My name's Chaz Bountra. I head up the SGC in Oxford. The SGC generates novel reagents for drug discovery, but importantly, we make those freely available and rapidly available. We're trying to generate the ingredients for, if you like, making a cake. And what our industrial partners, like GSK, do is to take those ingredients, maybe refine them, and actually put the cake together. The new drug, the new tablet, the new pill, etc. In 2003, it was GSK who basically set up the SGC with a number of public funders, whereby they decided to make all human protein structures freely available.
We were doing very few structures at the time. We needed to scale that process up. We didn't want to do it all on our own. We wanted to share that information with others in the world so that they could actually benefit, and we would benefit because they would then publish on those proteins and those structures, and our scientists would tap into that along with our competitors. And we saw that as a reasonable thing because it was pre-competitive research in the space.
By pre-competitive, what we mean is that there's no intellectual property on it, there are no restrictions on it. So anybody in academia, anybody in biotech, anybody in big pharma can use those reagents and use that knowledge, hopefully to catalyze their own work.
The medicines are the things that we sell, so it's very important that we own the IP for that. Frankly, all the other platform technologies around it, we don't sell those, so why would we want to own the IP?
I think increasingly scientists in industry and in academia are realizing that there is a lot of duplication and there's a lot of wastage. So by having one group generate these reagents and make them freely available, then what we're doing is reducing that duplication and reducing that wastage.
One of the bottlenecks for us was actually solving these protein crystal structures because it takes a long time to grow the crystals and to actually do that analysis. So we wanted to scale that up. And that's when we had the idea for the Structural Genomics Consortium, and that's when we went to the Wellcome Trust to try and talk them into helping us with that problem. Initially there were 10 companies. Wellcome Trust were acting as honest broker. But once the companies realised that actually all the information was going into the public domain, they said, well, actually we'll just sit back and wait for it to happen. They weren't drivers of the technology. We interviewed people in the UK, but the people in the UK didn't quite get the open access part of it at that time. And then we met up with and interviewed, and he subsequently got the job of chief exec, Aled Edwards from Toronto University. So the Canadian agencies then wanted to come in. What we were bringing to the party was not only our funding, which is an important but frankly a small part of the overall package, we were bringing our scientific intellect and know-how. Also, we were helping them to semi-industrialise. We gave them a stretch target of solving 50 structures in the first year, which is no mean feat at that time with the technology that was available. We give them 100 to do in the second year and 200 in the third. So 350 protein structures over 3 years. I personally thought they would never achieve that. They blew that target out of the water. They did 386 structures in the first 3 years. It's gone on and expanded into, morphed into other areas now. But I think they've now done something like 1,450 structures. They're all out there in the public domain. 25% of the human proteins in the Brookhaven public database are from the SGC. 50% of the human parasite protein structures are from the SGC.
If we take out no IP, it means that we can collaborate very quickly with any academic or any academic institute. So the SGC now, not only do we have our 8 industrial partners and a lot of public funding, but we also have a very considerable network of academic collaborators all over the world. So we're collaborating now with more than 250 labs right across the world. Because all of our collaborators, including GSK and our industrial partners, appreciate that we've got no secrets. We share all of our know-how, share all of our reagents, share all of our expertise, etc. That transparency creates a lot of trust. And of course, trust is great for collaboration, it's great for facilitating science, and ultimately it's great for facilitating drug discovery.